Cheekyricho's Inside Out Burger.
Hi and welcome to Cheeky Richo's Inside Out Burger. This delicious meal on its own burger is stuffed with bacon and cheese. It's a real surprise when you bite into the meat patty. The usual salad, sauces of your choice, and some crusty sourdough bread. The ingredients will be in the recipe box below. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is over medium heat in our pan, we're going to add our oil, spread it around, and our bacon. The bacon is not going to cook inside the patty, so we have to cook it first. So in with our shortcut bacon, but use lean bacon here. Some of our mince there, we don't want that on there. And we'll slice our bread. Okay, while our bacon is cooking, we're going to add our mince to a bowl, add our egg yolk, just to help bind it, our mustard, veggie salt, and seasoning. I'm using Italian seasoning here. Use whatever seasoning you prefer. Use steak seasoning. Okay, now we're going to mix this up with our hands really well for the simple reason that we need to have this meat quite sticky. So give it a good mush up. The more you work meat, the stickier it will get. It's very, very finely ground turkey meat actually. But you could use any meat, just make sure it's not too fatty. Once everything's mixed in there well, we're going to divide it into half. This is going to make 2 patties. Just sort of knead it. You can see how it's really broken up quite well now. Almost like sausage meat. Okay, now divide that in half. About half. Now, of that half, we're going to divide that in half as well. And we want that really quite flat because we're going to put our bacon on there. So it helps if you use a piece of baked paper to do this. Sprinkle with our semolina. So there's 1/2 of our patty, and this obviously will be the top of 1 patty. Okay, we're just going to turn our bacon over now so it can brown on the other side, and that's what you're after. Now we are going to sprinkle our baked paper with our semolina. Place the bottom part of our patty onto that semolina, like so. Now remove our bacon from the pan and just lay 1 strip of the bacon in the centre of our patty. Lay the other bottom of our patty on the semolina as well. You could use polenta for this. Lay our strip of bacon. Just don't burn yourself there, it's quite hot. Now we've got our cheese here. I've allowed it to come to room temperature. You could use sliced cheese, but I have tasty or cheddar cheese, which is grated. Quite easy to fashion into a little patty if you squeeze it once it's at room temperature. So just give it a little squeeze like so and put it on top of the bacon. Now put our other piece of bacon on top of that on both patties. Then we get our other piece of our patty, which is the top for both of them, and we're going to flatten it right out because we have to completely encase this bacon and cheese. Now you are never going to be able to manage this really soft meat unless you have it on some baking paper. So just push it together like so and cover the other patty as well. It's really, really quite soft to work with. Pop it over the top, fold over the edges and give it a good pinch. Now we get our other piece of baking paper. You can lift it off, it might be easier if you turn it over and have it folded in half. So a bit more of our semolina on the bottom, fold our paper over the top of it, and pat our semolina all over the top of our patty as well. So make sure it's all well coated with the semolina. Okay. That's one. And do the same with the other one. Just pat it all over. Make sure the semolina is stuck to it everywhere. All the edges. Fold that in half. Now to the same pan we cooked our bacon in, we are just going to put our patties. So just One on one side of the pan and one on the other. We'll be discarding this paper later on, so don't worry about it. It won't burn. It's designed to be cooked in a hot surface. And you can pop the lid on that now. Now we get our sourdough bread, which has been cut in as long a section as you can get it. And we're just going to butter one side of it. You don't have to do it too thickly. It's not toasted. And we're going to fry the one side that's got the butter on it. Okay, so we'll just move our burgers to one side while they're cooking. They're still happily doing their thing, and we are going to add an egg one at a time so that they can cook as well. Okay, eggs are in the pan. We're just going to pop the lid back on there and so they can steam a little bit at the same time. Cook your eggs to your liking. If you like them a bit soft still, have them that way. It doesn't matter. It'll just go down through the burger and just add a bit of interest. Okay, we're just going to remove our eggs now. Just put them onto a plate, keep warm. Add our onion. Now we don't like our onion cooked up, so it's only going to be just lightly heated. Basically, it's a salad onion, so it's not too hot anyway. Okay, while our onion is cooking, we get the bottom part of our paper and just turn it over. And you'll see it starting to cook in there, okay? And do the same with the other one. Bottom part of our paper and just turn it over. And steam as it goes. Okay, we'll just remove our onion to the hot plate. You cook your onion to your own liking, but this is how we like it. It's not greasy at all and it's not burnt. It has a bit of crunch and plenty of flavour. Just like that. Our patties are holding their shape now, and there's no thought of them flying to bits. So we're going to remove them, put them on the one paper and just dispose of the other paper. It's done its job now. Keep them there like that. This will still be hot, so just be careful. And now we're going to put our bread, buttered side down, onto the hot plate to heat so that we can start to dress our hamburgers. Put that down there. Okay. Our bread is toasted on one side. It's lovely and soft on this side. So we're going to take it out and put the other two pieces in. Lid back on to keep it nice and soft. Now we are just going to dress our burger now. Just get our lettuce. It's been washed and dried, like so. Our tomato. These little Jurassic cherry tomatoes came out of my garden. They're huge for cherry tomatoes. Now we get our egg. Pop that on too. Take our other breads out. Don't burn yourself, they're really quite hot. And our burgers, we'll just toss them over onto their top one more time. Just stick a knife into that meat and see how it's going. Yep, perfect. No juices at all running out of that. Turn our heat off and we just grab our burger, our patty, right in the centre, like so. Our sauce. Putting tomato sauce on one and barbecue on the other. And our lid. Now you're going to have to use a knife and fork to eat this. It's just the design of it. And there you have it, Cheeky Richo's inside out burger. We'll just cut this in half and I'll show you what you're going to be eating. Just turn it around. And there you have it, Cheeky Richo's Inside Out Burger. Your meat's perfectly cooked and seasoned. You've got your layers of bacon and cheese, all of your salad, some extra sauce, and an egg. I hope you enjoyed this little cooking demonstration of this fantastic fun burger. If you'd like to see more interesting recipes and ideas, please check out my Cheeky Richo channel, and don't forget to please subscribe. Do come back and visit us again soon. We have so much more to show you. And thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely day. And there's the same thing with barbecue sauce. Thank you for watching.